It's about getting in touch with what is really valuable to you, and then making simple steps day by day, moment by moment, to embody that and become the most authentic version of yourself.
Darling,
You know it's coming!
I know you send me. Darling, you send me. I know you send me.
Hey guys, what's happening? What's going on? This is the Life of Piero. I'm Piero, and today here is a freaking cold day. The snow is starting to manifest everywhere, and you can really feel that something is about to approach us. Enjoy!
Darling, you send me. I know you send me. Darling, you send me. Darling, you send me. I know you do. Send me. I know you do. Send me.
I've came to the realization that all lies in health. Health is deeply connected with a feeling of wholeness, with a feeling of connectedness. We think about health just as nutrition, but from how I see it, health is holistic, and health is about all areas of our life, from the emotional level to the physical level, all levels. I divide it in 5 pillars. These are the 5 pillars of health. It's movement, it's presence, it's nutrition, it's sleep, and it's creative expression. We all express these pillars through different ways. I may like to cycle and bicycle around, and you may like to run, or you may like to body lift, or you may like to climb. But there are all ways for us to move our body, and this is essential. The thing is that there is no objective guideline on how to feel totally connected and whole and healthy, because everybody has to find their own way, everybody has to find their own way to express and feel connected with what is around them. I see that awareness is the key to feeling, to find out what works for you. Because it's all about finding out what works for you. It's about getting out a piece of paper and finding and getting in touch with what really matters to you. We all have different ways of expressing this, but by truly doing what you love and embodying those values, by starting by jotting them down on a piece of paper and then taking action towards them, it's the most transformative thing that you can do. Bringing thought into action and manifesting your dream, manifesting what you thought was impossible. And this starts with simple things as wanting to eat healthier. This is a thought, this is an idea, this is something that I want to do. And then being able to transmit this into action and taking steps to embody the dream that we're visualizing is the most powerful thing. Leadership, being a leader, is all about embodying a vision and being able to transform it into action, taking steps to transform a vision into action. It's about getting in touch with what is really valuable to you, finding that out, and I recommend by closing yourself up in a cabin up on the woods and taking a piece of paper and really introspect and find out what do you value, what makes your heart ring, and then making simple steps day by day, moment by moment, to embody that and become the most authentic version of yourself. Going back to the 5 pillars of health, in my opinion, in terms of nutrition, eating raw, vegan, plant-based foods is optimal. There's nothing better than that. However, as much as objective this might sound, as much as that can be physiologically the healthiest diet and that can be psychologically the healthiest diet, if somebody isn't aligned with this diet, with this idea, then objectively it isn't the healthiest diet anymore. The thing is that there is an objective truth out there, but we all have different subjective ways of getting in touch with that, and we all need to get in touch with what makes our heart rings, and it can be different from all. This is why there is no right and wrong. I've recently stopped smoking weed, and this doesn't make weed wrong. People who are smoking weed, they need to do it for their current journey, and that is awesome. We don't have to judge them. We don't have to think that what we're doing is better than what they are doing. Everybody is in different steps into their journey, and we all have to respect where we're at and be able to find each other where they're at. Not wanting them to be different from what they are, but just simply accept them for what they are, and this is what is going to permit them to grow. To make it simple to you, this is why I introduced the 5 pillars of health, because I believe that what we all want is connection. What we all are looking for is to find meaning and connectedness in a world that, according to our perception, looks like meaningless and disconnected. From how I can see it, there is space between me and this tree. From how I can see it, there is no intrinsic meaning to my life. I'm just here experiencing this. And therefore, we have to take action. We have to take steps in order to feel this connectedness, because it's not something that is intellectually understood. What I'm referring to, this health, is finding God in some other terms. And to find God, you can't believe in God, you can't understand God, you have to know God through your experience. And this starts by knowing what you love, what is valuable to you, and then taking steps to embody that. This is how you construct a life that is worth living, and a life that is valuable in every moment, where every moment is magical, where every moment is worth to be there, where every moment is completely unique, and you can see the beauty and the intrinsic nature behind it. This starts by taking action, so to embody what you've wrote down on that fucking piece of paper. I'll ask you this question. Are you happy about what you're eating? Are you happy about the time you're going to sleep? Are you happy about how you're creatively expressing yourself through your work or through your hobbies? Are you happy about... Are you satisfied about the amount of presence that you're having in your everyday today relationship and experiences? And are you satisfied about the sport that you're doing? And if you're not doing it, are you completely satisfied about being sedentary? Because, as I repeat, it's even the idea of movement, of sport, there, if somebody is 100% truly believes that he doesn't need to move, that being sedentary is where it's at, that being sedentary is the best thing ever, if he truly believes that, then that's not wrong. He's really the creator of his experience. But if in the back of his head he's wondering, oh, maybe it would be better if I would start to move, then that's what you have to fucking do. You have to follow this intuition. You have to really get in touch with what you believe. What you believe is important to you. That's why we're all the creators of our experience, and we're all the ones who is going to judge ourselves at the end of the day. Nobody else around us is going. If you're completely satisfied about what you're doing, that's what it's all about. So I totally recommend you to get a piece of paper, jotting down what is worthwhile, what makes your heart ring. And if you have no idea, I'll make it easier for you. Simply write the 5 pillars that I mentioned, and write close to it how do you get in touch with this area of life. And if you don't, and you're completely satisfied about not doing it, if you're completely satisfied about eating shitty food, or if you're completely satisfied about being sedentary, then write that, because that's what you love, and then do that. Do that every day. This is the Life of Piero. Have a great day, and embody the highest and most authentic version of yourself.
I know you do.